Is that what you said? I'm a
Yeah,
chuchet? Yeah.
yeah, you're a
Yeah,
Juchet.
you're just being a chuchet.
I'll
Yeah.
tell you this, man. Like, do your looking, but if you weren't here, I'd be ready to put a slip in right now. Do you see Lewis Hamilton converting the pole and winning this race?
No,
No,
not
me
at
neither.
all. No,
Easy
not at
question.
all.
No, me neither.
Yeah. Yeah. And I'll just quickly come back with, and I don't want to step on your toes, but I feel like I know where you're going.
No,
Like to
yeah.
get the enhanced win at minus 200 for Max is that not an easy bet? I think we have to take that's so this is obviously an overreaction to Lewis beating him by what, 3,000th of a second on pole. Like the difference between Max Verstappen being on pole and being minus
Hmm.
500 to win the race is literally track position. Is literally if Max did his run last, Lewis did his run. Good for Lewis. Like he gets all the credit in the world. Merck put him in a position and he put himself in a position to throw down the last lap. And
After they screw George, after
after
they
they screwed
screwed
George,
George in the
yeah,
yeah.
after they fucked him over, right, with it navigating in Q1. And so that's the difference to me between 300 points here. Is you
Okay.
could get Max for minus 200 or you could get Max for minus 500 and it's three thousandths of a second that's making the difference to me. It's easy. It's an easy
Okay.
pick.
So couple of just high level comments on the race start. They
Yeah.
made it clear in the post qualifying. I know from racing it in the sim, the left side, so all the odd numbers have all the grip on the start. It is
Mhm.
not good to start on the right side with even numbers.
Okay.
I don't think Max gets Lewis into turn one. I see turn one ending up battling between Max and Lando. But when do you see Max getting Lewis?
By 10.
By 10?
By
Because
10.
Max to lead lap 10 and win is plus 225.
Yeah, so I'm very interested in that. He's going to be very
I'm
conservative
going to
going
check the
into
line.
so yeah, take a look at the line.
It's moved.
So
It's
yeah, I
moved.
bet it
It's
has.
175 now.
Plus 175?
Yeah. Now lap 5
And
is
it's still plus
250, but
money.
I feel so much safer with
No,
lap
no,
10.
no, 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 no. I would take that. I would take that just in case, just because of the nature of the circuit itself.
You know why you
You
take
do
10?
have why more time
Chaos
with
on lap
DRS.
1 and a safety car for 1, 2, 3 laps, then 2, 3 laps for DRS. You need the 10.
I mean, there's no point in debating this. So we like that. Like it's
I like
pretty
it.
simple.
Lap 10.
I'm very confident. What I love is that they fucking brought new side pods. Like
Yeah.
they got eight
Dude,
new Adrian Newey side pods on the like I'll look at winning margin, buddy. Like these guys, honestly, they're going to be flying there compared to everybody else. And I think an important point to make is Red Bull's dominance last week was mostly in the medium speed corners, and this is a mix of the slow and the mediums, but the mediums are where you get guys, right? And they have absolute track dominance in the medium speed corners. So to me, I don't think Lewis is going to stand a chance by lap time.
it's
I'm
Max's race.
100% all in. I'm 100% all in on that. I'll put some money on that too. So there you go. We
I
got
love it.
let's put mark it down. Mark it
I'm
down.
starting it. It's marked down. How about the fan favorite Danny Rick? Steps into the car, puts it into
Taking the
Q2.
13,
Yuki
puts it into
Tsunoda
Q2.
out in Q1. If Danny
Like I don't know
had
if
this
it's
McLaren right now, is he better than Oscar? You know what? That's
I don't know.
everyone's talking about Danny Rick versus Yuki Tsunoda as the matchup, or Danny Rick versus Checo. How about Piastri versus Danny Rick? This kid literally took his seat, took his nationality. I mean, take it, but you know what I mean.
He
Like
took it. He
now
took his
he's the Aussie
nationality. Yeah.
driver. Yeah, Danny
Yeah.
Rick's American now. He had to forfeit.
He is
What about
American.
this matchup? There's a lot of pressure on Oscar. He's got to prove it.
I don't he just did. I mean, like I think he's already doing it.
Well, he is.
That's what I mean. Like I don't he missed out on a podium last week because of semantics, and
Yeah.
then goes and puts it in P4 in qualifying again. Like he's just sick, man. So I think we need to understand where Fernando Alonso finishes the race.
Here's my concern with Aston Martin. They were supposed to be where McLaren is this week. Coming out of Silverstone, both drivers were quoted saying, "Look, this track doesn't suit us. Hungary should suit us better. We should perform better at the slower speed circuit." And they're not. I mean, Lance Stroll didn't even make Q3, and Fernando, he's 4 tenths off of Lewis.
Chaps, I understand where you're coming from with the McLaren comparison, but I don't think that's a fair comparison anymore for the reasons that you and I, for the reasons we bought in on them last week is you clearly have Red Bull and you have McLaren.
So here, dude, this is exactly where I was going with it. Instead of trying to pick where the unpredictable Aston Martin, and I say unpredictable because we expected them to be good and they're not great this weekend. Why not just take the McLaren versus Aston Martin? When I first wrote it down, it was minus 200. It's up to minus 275 now. But I feel way
Minus
more comfortable.
275.
And again, it's one McLaren to stay
So
up there.
then, yeah, okay. Well, what about? Do we want
Stroll's
to look at
irrelevant.
something?
You have two cars.
Oh, I agree, but how? Okay, so that's an interesting. I like that take completely. I'm very interested in that at minus 275. Um,
Making sure that it's still the same.
yeah. Now,
Yeah,
you know what?
275.
I'm like, do you get better value at just taking like both cars to finish in the top six, which we probably should have done at Silverstone at minus
I don't
125?
think so.
Why?
Because, well,
You
okay,
don't want
you
the
do
extra
get
car?
better value.
Yeah,
You do get
yeah.
better
You
value.
don't want
But
the
what
extra
if,
car though.
yeah, but then you need the both, like, this is you tabling a both car bet. I'm saying you only need one of them to stay up ahead of Alonso.
Okay, 100%. So that one, so the minus 275 one is an interesting one.
It is.
Okay, I
And I
don't want to
have a
lose that.
second one that I'd like to table in conjunction. You might not
Okay,
want
do that.
both, but
Yeah,
McLaren over Ferrari. Match bet, minus 175.
I'll take that too.
You got
I'll
Leclerc
do
there.
that, buddy. I
I
would do
think we
that
take
one.
both. Like I said off the start that I would have a slip. I'd have both of those on my slip.
I am interested. Put them both down. Mark them both down. I think those are very sharp bets. Just with you have both cars
Because you
starting in
only
front.
need one car.
You just need only
Yeah.
one, and you only need one, and they only have one. Like the competitors only have one.
Do you want to talk exact like podium combos and
I
I mean
don't
there's
like. I
some
don't.
we could go just for the $50 flyer. There's some crazy combos out there.
I don't. There's got to be something. Why?
What if something happens to Max?
Well, I don't mind exploring that if we're going to be on max to win and have the win, like to
Hmm.
win after lap 10, right? Yeah.
So what if it's chalk without Max and it's Lewis, Lando, and Oscar in a combination of
Not a
any
straight, just a combo.
of any order?
I like that. I'm interested in that. That to me is there might be a little too much on the McLarens with the two match bets at that point. So we got to, even though you don't lose with one car coming out those match bets, that's part of the reason why we really like them.
Right. This is more a flyer to just like we're going heavy on the McLaren if it goes very very well.
It's interesting. I mean, like that's yeah. I don't know. Like
Does Max not finish any race this year? Everyone's
he's just
taking new components. He's not this
do,
week.
do you have a reason to think that he won't? Like I don't. Like I don't know.
Only that has anyone ever done it where they've like finished every race in a season? Does that happen? He
No,
didn't
but
do it in
it's
his
just
championship years. Like we have two minus money bets that can be the bulk.
dude. I'll do like 400, 400, 200. I just like those three bets to be honest. Like they're just that's like pretty. I didn't think we were gonna come out with something that just on paper looked so
I wouldn't mind doing a
is that
$50
trying
on
to
the
me.
Piastri podium.
What did you like? What was that Oscar one that you just like? Sorry, you wanted to. How do you wanted to get Oscar on the podium somehow?
Max
That was your
Lewis
goal.
Oscar
What was that though?
plus
Max Lewis
850
Oscar.
for any.
Why don't
And
we
if you
just
went if
why
you
don't
went
we just
straight, then it's 2200.
why don't we just do the plus 450? Will Lewis and Oscar finish on the podium? Yes. It's not a massive long shot, but it's
Yeah,
just
but
like
then Matt, what? So just in case Max crashes out, then let's
that's what I
take
mean. Like
the
it covers
the
off Max
Lewis
a little.
Oscar Lando
I'm
at
not seeing that.
6600. I
Then
think we've
the
got four
flyer.
cars in three spots. Let's take a flyer and try to guess the three. And if you're
Then
brave
I
enough
would.
to go in the exact order, I'm down.
I'm down to go in the order on a max coming out of the race. Like I'd rather hedge if we're gonna take that if we're gonna take a flyer, I'd rather hedge with the flyer. Be strategic.
We don't even have to
Max
go
out of it.
exact. I mean, that the combo of Lewis and the two McLarens is 6600 any order.
That's what I mean. I would take that and just see like if something happens to Max, let's just have it.
Okay. So where do you
And then
have it? So obviously 50. Where did you
yeah,
have them? I wasn't jotting
I think
down.
it was 50, 150, 400, 400. Like I'm okay with going 400, 400. I don't know if we need to. Should we be treating them as equals? Like we were kind of saying that they were. We probably shouldn't. I mean, that's kind of a. I don't know if that makes sense. Maybe it's 500,
But
300.
if you're going to say we shouldn't, then you should go with the longer odds. But I feel more comfortable about the Ferrari bet.
It's weird to say that, right? But like yeah.
So maybe we just go 4-4 and split the difference.
Let's go 4-4. Fine with that. That's
Gut
what we originally
and
said.
logic, we're just going to split the difference and go 4-4.